right, welcome to Back in Room. I guess this very funny stand-up comedian from right here in St. Louis. It's Larry Greene, everybody.
I love that introduction. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes less is more. Which one my camera? This one or that one? This
Both,
one?
man. Either
Both
one.
of them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have to be too elaborate. My name, it just says it. We can do that. We can do that.
Man. Everybody knows you, so I don't have to give a big intro.
Right.
How you been, man? What's up?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Went to the barbershop today, you know, so if the line look a little heavy, that's why, you know what I'm saying?
Looks good, man. Looks good.
I'm chilling, man. I got my birthday comedy show on Thursday. My actual birthday is tomorrow, so I just been ripping.
Happy early birthday, man.
Appreciate
that's
it,
awesome.
Man. Appreciate it.
What's the setup for the show? I saw you posting about it and stuff. So
yeah. We gonna have like a drink / mingling time from like 7 to 8. Comedy gonna start at 8. Go to probably about 8:15. You know, it's myself, Precious J, King Cooper, and Andre Lavelle. And I'm working with Mid-Coast Media on it. It's going to be at the Dark Room.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, man. Have you done that before for your birthday, or is this the first like birthday / show you've done?
I'm right around 11 years now. I think it's probably like the fourth one I've done in the time. So I haven't done it consistently, but sometimes if it makes sense around June, I've either thrown something or like partner with somebody on something.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good idea, man, because you can invite your friends out and you can perform and hang out, and that's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, you know, looking to have a little fun, man. I ain't gonna lie, some years I'd be like, I don't want to do nothing for my birthday. I don't want to touch a stage.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, but, you know, I'm having some fun this year.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're St. Louis guy. What area are you from exactly?
North County.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from North County, man. You know, shout out to my North Countyans. You know what I'm saying? Went to Hazelwood East. That's the St. Louis question.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody want to know.
Do they do that outside of St. Louis? They probably do, right? Or I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Maybe not as much.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's different place to place. You know, like some people, it's like this city county thing. And then in other places, it's the same thing, but it's in reverse. You know, like here it's like you tougher if you're from the city, but not so much if you're from the county. And then I was in South Carolina for a little bit. And out there, it's like the tough guys is the country boys. You know what I'm saying? You're from the city, you weak. You know what I'm saying? So like it changed place to place, man. I know in Chicago, they big on people who say they from Chicago, but it doesn't say it on their ID. Like you're not like literally from the city of Chicago. So if you're
outside
from like some type of suburb or something, they like that don't count. I feel like they do that in St. Louis a little bit, but my thing is like, man, St. Louis is too small to do that.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like a character from St. Louis County is so culturally different than somebody from the city in that way to where I would consider that somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
I don't get too lost in it. I get it, though.
I'm from the country, like north, like an hour north, and I tell people where I went to high school, they're like, I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Where'd you go to high school?
Winfield.
It's
near Troy. I don't know if you know where it's at. Yeah, that's the bigger town in Lincoln County, but middle of nowhere. It's Foley, Missouri is where I lived.
Fulton?
Foley,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
160 population, so pretty.
Okay. Have you heard of Herculaneum?
Yeah.
See, little random places like that I know of just because we've had track meets there before.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Like, they track was shaped like a damn paper clip. Like it's like super skinny, so the straight is like super long and like not that much curve. I don't know why I remember that.
It's tough to pass, I guess.
Yeah, it was just the longest straightaway ever.
Huh.
But yeah, I remember running there back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you do any other sports besides track or?
Track and basketball.
Okay.
I did that at East and at Flo Valley.
Nice.
Yeah, did a little bit, man. Nothing too crazy. I don't feel like I never really translated to like the organized basketball. Like people who've ever played with me outside of that probably felt like they seen more in that space than there. It's like you got to be one of the main guys and you got to just be ready to just pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you kind of like a team player, you kind of fade to the back a little bit. Don't nobody want to see that though. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody remembers like a fucking like Eric Snow or some shit like that. So it's like one of them things. But I did it enough to get the community college paid for. You know what I'm saying? So like I did a little something.
Yeah, you must have been pretty good, man. Like I played at our tiny little school, but I was a role player there. Even I was like, I had a couple maybe 20-point games, but it was usually like 8.
So what
couple rebounds.
What's that 20 look like though? Is that like some threes, some jumpers, some?
When I was a junior and senior, I was a pretty good shooter.
Okay.
But yeah, mostly just shooting and
Yeah.
Nothing special. We had a couple guys on our team that were the guys of our tiny little town, but I was just trying to, try to do what I can to help out.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, but St. Louis is a cool town, man. Like being from the country, like I, would come to games and, live in St. Charles now and come out to St. Louis all the time. But yeah, good town, man. We did Andy's show about a month ago.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. Never knew of the venue, never been there, but I know Andy puts on pretty good stuff, so I was looking forward to it. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun on that show.
Yeah, man, you were hilarious. That was a good show for sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I'd been to the old location, but not that new one. And you never know what you're walking into when you do one of those bar kind of shows.
That's why I try to get in early enough to put eyes on it, and then to still have time to go back and revisit my game plan a little bit.
You can call an audible if you need to.
Yeah. Once I saw the table set up, he had a light shooting at the stage. I was like, ain't too much going on up here. Like, okay, this kind of one of them things where it's on you. You just gotta, go through your stuff and make it connect. Yeah.
They were into it. It was cool.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a couple more out of town, and I've never been to these either. So I'm just.
That's what's up.
Got my fingers crossed that it's another one of those and not like I've had it go the other way too. You show up, the mic doesn't work, the people are wasted and don't give a fuck that you're there, and you just never know. But
that's the craziest when you show up somewhere. I almost feel like they should just tell you that. Like, yeah, man, I got this bar show, I'm building it. There's a lot of people there. Nobody wants you on stage.
It's gonna suck.
If you want to come through, I'm trying to work the comedy on them, but that's what it is. So you will show up expected for nobody to listen to you, and you know what I'm saying, just try to do your thing. But I've definitely seen some shows like that. Like you feel like you ruining their night. Like damn, they came in here to play darts and talk at the bar. You know what I'm saying, and stare at the TV. I'm ruining their night.
Yeah, I've had a few of those I've ran myself, and the worst one was the opening night of the Blues game, and we didn't know about it, and then I was like, oh, fuck, it's going to land on that, and then we showed up, and people were just actively talking and booing over us, and like, shut the fuck up, we're trying to watch the game.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Did that mess with parking? Was it like physically near the game, or just the fact it was on the TV?
No, it was just on TV. Like everybody went out to the sports bar to watch it and was like pissed that we were doing the show.
Man, I had a couple times in my earlier stages of my February show that I throw. With it being in February, sometimes that like falls on the Super Bowl, and I had to had it booked and had to go back like, oh snap, when is the Super Bowl? Okay, let me move that. I was on a show one time out of town. And it was on the same day as the Super Bowl. And I kept calling him like, are we still having the show?
Yeah.
He like, yeah, I got your money, everything. I'm like, all right, bet. We get there. It's like 12 people in the show part. But the part where they watching the game, it's like 200 people. I was like, fuck. I'm like, it's a crowd here. But they want to see the game. So, yeah.
I mean, 12 is not bad in that scenario.
No, it's not.
Just, like 12 non-sports fans showed up. You got to take it. But
it's just that proximity of so much potential crowd. And it was like a serving window. Like, it was like this was cut out. So you could see into the space like where all the other people was at. So I was like, damn. But yeah, man. The game.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
You got a kid now, right?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Pretty good, man.
And pretty young?
Very fast. Yeah, she just turned 1.
Okay. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's just going fast, man. I'm just looking like, damn, I sound like an old person already. You're growing so fast. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to stay locked in and be present and take it in. You know what I'm saying?
Nice, man. Well, good luck. I'm sure it's a lot of work, but also got to be rewarding too. That's cool, man.
No, for sure. Appreciate that.
Any hobbies you got now, or I'm sure you're a busy guy, but like anything you like to do besides comedy and stuff?
Um, Working out. Um, I like to do it more consistently than I do. I do a little bit of Kali with my trainer, Emperor. That's pretty fun. You know, I like the whole mixed martial arts thing. I initially did it just to just sharpen up, but once I started doing it, I realized it's more of a mental thing for me than anything. Like I just feel lighter in the mind when I get done. No matter how tired I am, I'm like, dang, I need to do this more often. You
Is
know what
that
I'm
like
saying?
a kind of like martial art, or is it like a specific kind or something? Or?
Yeah, so I'm no expert. So anybody that's watching this that's really deep into the shit, you know what I'm saying? It's probably some holes in it. But basically it's like, so you know how you got like boxing and kickboxing and shit like that. And then you got like MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so MMA is basically saying you could come in here and fight with it, whatever your way of fighting is. You can wrestle or whatever, however you do it. People just matching up, but you can do punching, kicking, elbows, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you boxing, of course, you can't knee and elbow and all that. So to my understanding, each discipline, it adds something more to it.
Okay.
So boxing is just this. Kickboxing is fist and feet. You know, the next one might add knees and elbows. The next one might add weaponry, you know, or grappling or whatever. So each one that has that extra piece added to it, it's a whole discipline in and of itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for like every a super duper cold person is probably cold in like a couple or a few of those different disciplines. If
Okay,
that makes sense.
I got you.
You know
That's
what I'm
cool,
saying?
man.
So, like I said, I ain't no expert, you know, but he told me it's Kali, you know, when they introduced the knees and elbows and all of that. But it's fun, man. I just go in like a student, ready to learn and just, you know, accept whatever little growth I get day to day. But it's a good workout. But like I said, it's good mentally, for real, for real.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yep.
Let's get into some comedy questions here. You said you'd been doing it 11 years. Is that right?
Yeah. I be trying to keep up, man. But you know, between COVID and
Yeah.
you know, I just count from the first time I got on stage. So yeah, it was like 13. It was going into a semester break in school.
Okay.
So it was like 13 turning right into 14. I finally got talked into it, and I got up right before that break. Came back to school for a few weeks, and then left and came back home and just jumped right into it.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Where'd you do it for the first time?
Carbondale at Long Branch Cafe.
Okay.
And it was like a little back room in there. It was an open mic. There was a few comics on campus that was doing comedy, and like Tunde and Chris Freeman, a few other people. And that was the first time I saw people my age doing it. Like we would have like the Ronnie Jordans and Clayton English and people like that would come to the school and perform. But that was the first time I saw like somebody. Matter of fact, I used to see T Murph too. I used to see T Murph performing, and I just picked their brains, man. And then you know it got to a point where you know I asked so many questions. He was like, man, it's not really much else I can tell you. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
So it was like we had a class, and he was just like, hey man, you know, it's a mic tonight. You know, right after class, I went in there with my little college shit on with the bag over the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and went in there, did my 3 jokes, and the laugh was like the confirmation for me. Because me watching, that shit usually just look like magic to me. I knew it wasn't as simple as people thought it was, but I just knew I didn't know exactly what it took. So me going up there doing my jokes and them laughing, that was like all the confirmation for me. Like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I can do this.
Nice,
yeah.
man. Well, that's cool. I mean, it sounds like you almost like kind of trained on or like studied it a little before you tried it because you were asking questions, you were kind of watching some stuff, and then so the first time went pretty good then.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. It was like a decline from that first one. But that first one gave me the confirmation. Because, you know, you don't got that much confidence because you don't know what you can do, what you can't do, if this is for you, if it's not. You know, I'm a big purpose-driven person, so I just wanted to know, like, because people told me that my whole life, but it's like, okay, you think I'm funny, but it's not that simple as just, you know, but it's like it is and it's not, because it's that simple in the way that you have to get up there to start, but what they're doing is not that simple as just being up there. And I think a lot of people used to think that. It probably changed now, of course, but yeah, I would say I was picking my peers' brains a lot when I was in college. That was the most thought I gave to actually doing it. I was a fan of it for the longest, but that was the most I gave thought to it, because I'd literally be at the events and they'll just be nudging me like, when you going? You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those.
That's good, man. It sounds like you did it right. And like having a good first show is better than having a good fifth show or whatever, because my first one was terrible.
Yeah.
But you never know, you know.
Yeah.
And then you hear, like you were talking about, other people would say, well, I could do that. And we've all seen that guy.
Right.
He's like, I'll go up there and just tell my story for my buddy that got drunk and whatever. And then he bombs. And you're like, yeah, it's not that fucking easy.
And they be drunk too. So
they
be fucking the story up, making it worse. Yeah, man. But no, I'm glad I did it, man, because I was getting really deep into the college thing. And I feel like when you go straight to college, out of school, you just go from high school to college. And I went to Flow first, then I transferred there. But I felt like I was like taking on this kind of like collegiate scholar character thing. Like I was really feeling like I was slick losing myself. Like me and my partner used to talk about it a lot. And so once I did that, I was like, okay, I need to jump off into this. I felt like I could bring more of my full self to comedy.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I still work in education and stuff like that, but stand-up, that's definitely, you know, super fulfilling.
Yeah, man. I'll give you another compliment. You definitely seem like yourself on stage, too.
Right on.
You know, I mean, from what little I know you, you know, it seems like you're having a good time and you're similar to off stage, too.
Man, it's interesting you say that, because it is some people you feel like they like hear and then they like turn into this big character on stage or like vice versa. I don't know. I know what you're saying. It's like some people you see like, okay, which one is more closer to you? Are you coming out up there and then you just chilling off stage, but that's really you? Or is it like this really you, but you ain't figured out how to take it up there? I get what you're saying. It's an interesting thing that some people be on all the time.
Yeah.
That I struggle with that. People think how I am on stage. They think like I don't really, I crack jokes here and there, but if it's other shit going on or people cracking, like I just chill.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, man. It's like
play the cut.
I'm pretty chill off stage and on stage for the most part, but I mean, I don't know if I even could, but I should probably ramp it up more on stage, because it's like, but I don't want to seem like a different character either on stage. I'm like, just kind of, dude, I'm not coming to be the same on stage, you know? So
yeah, it's like I've heard it explained like we're really just trying to figure out whatever that is about us off stage that made somebody tell us you should do that. Now we're consciously trying to do it, but it's like we're just trying to figure out how do we take our self up there.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we first start, we're trying to be what we think we need to be, or do the jokes about what we think we supposed to joke about. And the further you get into it, I feel like you start to just dial it down, be more of yourself, and start talking about things that are more true to you as opposed to what you think other people, you know, want to hear.
Yeah, that's true, man. What's your writing process like? Do you have like a go-to thing you do, or is it mostly on stage, or?
Man, so I would say I start with like if something catches my attention.
Okay.
So it might just be like a super note. Like if I say this table look like a privacy fence or some shit like that, I might just put like privacy fence table in my phone, just because that caught my attention. Like I think that's funny that looks like that. I'm going to see later, you know, what I can do with it.
Yeah.
I try to get it to enough of a place off stage to where I'm not trying to find all the words on stage. So it's like I leave it loose enough to where I can try it out in a conversational way. But if I already think that's funny and I already think it's a few things funny about it. I might get the basis of a structure to it just so I can at least introduce the idea with some type of format and then kind of let it go where it goes from there, like with the audience.
Okay.
And I also feel like we joke about this, but it's something about just walking and talking and just saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Cause like you almost turn into an audience person. Like when you say it, you hear, like I'll hear myself and be like, oh, I should add this or add that, or that don't sound right. I should probably try to say it like, someone you just get it out loud. You can tweak it a little bit even before, you take it up there. But I don't, unless I'm got like a lot of new stuff off, then it may be that thing like, all right, this is going really well. I done tried a bunch of new stuff already. Yeah, y'all ever notice how the table look like? Then I might just start it up there from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I got something going and I find them laughing at a part of it that I didn't really anticipate, but I understand what it is, I might just keep going down. Like the show, like I did the thing about the Jordans and the tires.
Yeah.
The whole thing about white people don't give a fuck about shoes. They don't understand how cringy that is when black people see them with like dirtying up the forces. That was not part of the joke. I was just doing the joke and I just had the revelation like culturally white people aren't that, you know what I'm saying, as a whole into shoes the way we are. So I was just like, man, y'all don't give a fuck about it. Do y'all know that was just all off the whim? You know what I'm saying? So it'll be moments like that where I go back and be like, I should probably keep that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, you had some great premises in that set, and it was, even if you were working on something, it didn't really seem like it, or the crowd didn't even know it. So I think your strategy on that is very good, because if you got a little something and you were like, well, this should kind of work before, and then you can tweak it like that or whatever. But it's everybody's got their own thing, but that seems like a good strategy for sure.
I would say too, I just recently started. This sounds so stupid. I just recently started back reading, but when I first started, everybody was like, "You need to read the comedy Bible," but when you do, when you also don't know what you're doing, I feel like you can only take in so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I read it early on, got the little basics, tried it, but it's like my skill was low. You know what I'm saying? So now with me being deeper into the game, I've been going back and reading. And I feel like now when you revisit those techniques, you got a lot more experience to kind of ground it with, where you can kind of pick up like some new tools and stuff too. So I just been revisiting the basics of a premise and setting up a joke and a punchline and all that, because it's like we think we know what that means, but when you really get into the essence of things, it makes you go like, I could probably communicate this joke a bit better if that's what a premise is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing that, but I'm not quite doing that. So I've been having a little fun with that too, man. Just kind of like getting back to some of the basics and then revisiting my material, trying to see like what I can tweak and strengthen up and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea too, man. I should read those books. I don't think I've ever read a comedy book.
Yeah,
and I should. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not a big reader, I guess. But you could learn something. I'll hear something on a podcast sometime. You'll hear somebody say something about comedy. You're like, oh shit. Well, I never looked at it like that, or never thought about writing like that, or whatever.
Man, I do that a lot. I consume a whole lot of comedy interviews. To be honest with you, like how you sound, that's kind of how I was. I was like, when you first start, it's the weird thing of like saying a joke over and over and over. Because it's just like, man, I don't want to go up here and try to do this joke that I already know what I'm finna say. But it's like, that's literally what the game is.
Yeah.
But I was like that early on. I felt like that was kind of corny. It's like, I'm funny. I don't need to, read that, or I don't want to read that and start sounding robotic or whatever the case may be. But it's like anything else. Like everything has technique to it. So it's kind of like you learn some tools. What you can use, you use. What you can't, you don't. And then the biggest thing is, you have some unorthodox formulas for yourself that work that's not in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't abandon what's working for you. You just see if, some of the tools can help. You know,
Yeah.
if they can, cool. If they don't, it's like, oh, that's what everybody else doing. Well, I like what I'm doing with this.
Yeah.
That's cool too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's a good way to think about it. I mean, it kind of almost is like the MMA thing. Like you learn this, you learn that, you learn a little bit of everything, and try to become more well-rounded. But
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool,
always
man.
cheat codes, man. Even when you think about the rules, man, all the no shorts on stage and take the microphone out the thing and don't take your notepad. Like every single rule, there's someone who successfully breaks it.
Yeah.
So it's like these are the training wheels, these are the fundamentals. But once you get to doing your thing, you just kind of got to put it together how it worked for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody does it the same way, and like nobody writes or performs the same way or whatever. You just got to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite comedians? Like top 3, top 5, something like that.
Favorite comedians. I've been listening to a lot of Dick Gregory lately. I kind of like his context of how he's noted as like, if not the first, he's often referenced as the first black comic that was standing and not in blackface and actually doing material, breaking the fourth wall and talking about like racism and social issues and stuff like that. I feel like that's dope, and I like listening to him. I like Red Fox. I've been listening to him lately too, and I noticed people always talk about him being so like raunchy, but if you really listen to him, it's way more witty than it is raunchy.
Probably maybe for the time or something, like because I've heard that too. But
Socially.
like, well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
in
that
the
makes
in the
sense.
50s or 60s, it probably maybe you couldn't say shit back then. So
Yeah,
maybe
probably
that's
what it is.
what
I
it
didn't
is.
think about that because he got a joke where he like, what's the difference between meat and fish? Like you can't beat your fish. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just like that's more witty than it is, But
Yeah.
you probably right though. I ain't think about that. Socially, a lot of things are probably more taboo. So it's like, ooh, he's saying wash your ass.
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I ain't think about that. Let me see. Dick Gregory, Red Fox. I ain't have to do this in a minute.
No, man,
Dave
it's
Chappelle.
it's tough to pick a few.
Yeah, because sometimes it be people I be forgetting about, and I really hate that. But I'm gonna just go with where I just been as of late. Gregory, Fox, Chappelle.
That's pretty good. Top 3 right there, man. I need
Yeah.
to go back and listen to some of those older guys, and
I want to
because-
throw Patrice O'Neal in there.
oh yeah, he's great.
I just like people who got like the premises, the unorthodox views. Not afraid to like I like what Bill Burr does. It's like topics that are, it's socially acceptable to go this way, but they comfortable going that way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna stretch it out. That's a little.
that's a good
something
list,
for
man.
now.
That's
It's
a good
ever
list.
changing, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the what about them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they were certain first, or they took certain things to a certain level, or they do like like when I think about a Corey Holcomb, it's like nothing's off limits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it varies. Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back with more Larry Greene. And we're back. Sitting here with Larry Greene, talking comedy, talking all kinds of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Had a good list of comedians. Just one more comedy question for you. We talked about it a little, some bad shows.
Yeah.
Does one show stick out as the worst or the best that you've had?
Worst to the best.
It's a tough question, too.
I say one of the better sets that I've had. I like my 12 minutes I did last year at the Flyover Festival for the Rhizome recording.
Nice.
I feel like, I hit a lot of my beats. I slid a few new jokes in there, and it all went well, and I stayed within my time and stuff like that. Good crowd reaction and stuff. I've been working on my pacing and stuff, so I feel like that went good. One of my worst shows, I was hosting a date night live band / comedy thing, and I'll give you the condensed version. I did an impromptu dating game.
Okay.
It was 3 guys and then there was a lady, and her back was to them, so they couldn't see each other. I was asking them questions. The dude kept giving his weird answer. Every question he said the same answer. I said, man, if he say it again, I'm gonna die in here. He said it again. It was 2 tables together like this, and I went to put my legs up on it to like lay back like this on the table. The tables went ugh.
Oh,
my
shit.
legs flew in the air out. I fell on the ground so hard, like I literally the back of my head like knocked. Like I fell so hard, I can feel everybody holding they laughing. So they literally standing over me like trying to make sure I'm good first. Like
It's not a funny fall, Sometimes that you could have played that off, but that's like, oh shit, is he hurt?
It's
fall.
like if I played it off, it'd just been all right. I'm talking about it was so bad. They was like, you good? And they laughed a little bit. I got up. It's quiet, and I tried to continue. I'm like, all right, man, come on. Y'all go ahead and laugh, man. Just go and get it out real quick. You know what I'm saying? I had to let them get it out, but, like, nah, it was bad. Like, that made me be a little bit more mindful of the acrobatics. But, like, I literally bust my ass, like, off the table, like, literally.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
Any comedy advice you got early on, or, like, I guess maybe the best advice you've got that you held on to? Anything that comes to mind?
Oh, the best advice that I've got early on?
Or I guess whenever, really. I mean.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Early on, everybody just be saying stay on stage and keep writing and shit like that. And when you starting, you don't know what that shit mean. Like me and my partner Rick, we joke about this. Like when we used to think comics was like withholding information, like because Javon Bibbs. He was one of the first comics from here that I respected that like pulled me aside one time after me getting off stage, like early on, and was like, hey, bro, you funny. Like, I would just, take the punchlines a little further. Whoop. Matter of fact, that's some advice. Take the punchline a little further. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'll be trying to holler at, like, comics that's a little older. Like, yeah, man, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you think? How do you? Like, yeah, man, just keep writing, man. Just stay on stage. And it's like, it's truth in that.
That is good advice, really.
Like a straight. We be looking for a nugget though, like some shit that'd be like, boom, like damn, I ain't know you could write a joke like that. But it's like, nah, nothing early on that I could think that stuck, because I feel like your capacity, your awareness is so small. Like if somebody did, this shit probably didn't stick, because you don't really know shit when you first start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to give advice or take it at that level because you haven't done it enough. Like you're learning as you go, and it's constantly changing. So really, getting on stage and writing is great advice, to start off with.
Well, one I would say, I don't know who this came from, but early on, I was encouraged to do all the rooms. I think that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that whether you want to do them or you decide to stay there or your niche is somewhere, you can still do that, but just for the experience and kind of, seeing how your stuff translate, you may learn something about yourself.
Yeah.
You probably could do more rooms and you just thought you couldn't. Your stuff may translate more than what you think, So just do it all. Write clean, that's just your thing. If not, you can always add a little cuss words here or there, be a little bit more raunchy, but writing clean kind of just more like challenges your pen. Like sometimes I'll intentionally do my set clean just to see if I got the words to get off certain jokes without cursing.
Yeah, that's a good practice too, man.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, we're still at it, man. I've been at it 10 years now. So
straight up.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Seems
that's
like
crazy.
forever.
You
but
started in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Damn, we've been around each other that long. That's crazy. Man. What's some of the earliest spots you did?
It was mostly here, really. Yeah. Like hanging out around here, and then just some of the bars and stuff like that. Any
mics that you used to do that like aren't currently a mic now that you can remember?
The root beer place, Fitz's.
Oh yeah,
used to go there.
Yeah. Was that Vinny, the guy with the long hair.
Finneganey, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I definitely remember that.
Yeah, man. I feel like when I first started, I was doing more bar stuff, but every now and then. But it's pretty constant up here. And then when St. Charles opened up, I started going there and Helium and,
working the clubs.
Trying to hit those mostly. But, I always like trying out a mic here or there. Like, went to Laugh Lounge a couple times, went to, some other places that were short-lived. Like, it opens and then open mics are hard, man. I like to give them a chance, like check them out and see how it goes. But
it's hard, especially if it's a weekly or something. Like, it's a task.
Yeah, I ran an open mic in St. Peter's for a while, the Babylon. It was a big sports bar, but I did it for like 2 years, but that was tough.
That's long for a mic. How often was it?
Every week.
Oh, yeah. Shit. You got quite the experience out of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was like 2 years in, I think, when I started doing that.
Yeah.
And then it was good for what it was, but it was not set up for an open mic. It's a big-ass sports bar, and they have like bands in there on the weekend. So it's a nice stage, but it's just the biggest room ever. Yeah. And the bar's like 100 feet away, and everybody's talking at the bar. And it's like, fuck. But
no, I get that.
Yeah. Any mics you miss like that aren't around anymore? Like Andy did one for a while at Parrots. I don't know if you ever went out there.
That used to be right before Heavy Anchor. Or was that somewhere else?
Maybe it was in St. Peter's.
Oh no, I hadn't made it out to that one.
He doesn't do it anymore, but it was a little hit or miss. But they all are, so you just never know. Heavy Anchor's been going on forever.
Yeah, not offhand. It was one spot that I thought was really cool. I cannot think of the name of it. I think it closed. If I ain't mistaken, I saw they was like selling it, but it was like a big building where you came in one way. It looked like a restaurant or whatever, but you went into the back and it was like literally like a little showroom that probably held like 30 seats or something like that. But it was also like a sand back there and like a volleyball thing.
Okay.
There was a lot going on with it. And I was like, why is this not cracking? Because it was like a cool, like you could literally do the bar thing, showroom thing. It's like sports bar kind of feel, but literally like a sand and like a outdoor volleyball thing, but actually had like a showroom and stuff. I thought that was kind of neat, but
that's kind of what you.
Laugh Lounge was fun.
Yeah,
I'll probably say that. I got a lot of working out of that. I'll probably say that.
Nice.
Just offhand.
Yeah, I mean it's tough for open mics. Like having a little side room or like just somewhere that's just for the mic is ideal, but that's tough to find. The venue is half the battle with an open mic, but it comes or goes. But we got a pretty good scene here, I think.
No, for sure. Yeah.
I got a segment for you.
Okay.
I think we've done it a couple other times. It's called "What the fuck are we doing here?" I'll get it started. Yeah. It's just something you've seen out and about.
Okay.
People are dumb. I'm dumb myself, but you see stuff sometimes, and you're just like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but there seems to be a trend with like old ladies, like 75, 80 years old, dyeing their hair purple.
Wow. I mean,
it's catching on, man. I don't know. I've seen 3 or 4 in the last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Is it like a short dude?
Short haircut, but, because their hair was totally white.
Yeah.
So it's super bright now because it's purple. But you're an old lady. Just be an old lady, Like, you're not cool. You're fucking 80 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about the husband, too.
Yeah.
Because she comes home from the hairdresser with purple hair. He's got to be like, what the fuck, Margaret?
Man.
Like, we can't go to Bob Evans like this. You got to...
So they got kicked out of Cracker Barrel, huh?
Yeah, man. It's just like... I don't know. People do what you want, I guess. But it's an odd look for an 80-year-old gal, I'd say.
She's trying to get a groove back, man. That kind of remind me of these stories where people will be like divorcing in their 70s and stuff. And it's just like, damn, like, part of you is just like, y'all can't figure that shit out. But the other part of you is like, damn, that's kind of ambitious. Like, I don't got to deal with this shit. I can go find another old motherfucker somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It kind of put me in the mind of that, man. That's funny. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been paying attention. This is so weird, but I've noticed some guys make posts about this. But I feel like social media is like super duper sexualized right now.
Yeah.
Like nothing's regular. Somebody doing their hair, their titties is out, or if they at their kid graduation, they got this, super duper sexy shit. Like everything is just like some type of enticing thing. No matter, they could be washing their hair. Yeah, as you penetrate the follicles into the shaft of the hair, it's just like God, that like nothing's regular no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of be tripping off of that, man. I was just joking with one of my camera guys the other day. I was like, bro, my explore page on my Instagram is fucked up. Like it's just all ass on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, this older lady wanted to follow me after this show on Friday, and I was like, let me put my Instagram in your phone. I was like, I swing my shit, it's gonna be all ass. I'm like, how do you reset your shit? My phone is destroyed.
I hear you, man. And I don't know if you have TikTok or not, but I have it. I fucking hate it. I shouldn't even have it, but it's getting even more racy. I don't know. Swiping the other day, and I just saw bare titties. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And it was like a movie, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was like, they allow this now?
Man,
or
it's so random, like breastfeed and stuff starting to like pop up on my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe they think, because I done looked at a little ass here and there. It's just starting to keep going. I'm like, I need to reset my shit, man. Well, another thing I've been noticing is like a lot of race bait shit. It'll be like these fake ass like traffic stops. It'll be like a black dude getting pulled over and he like, hey, give me your license registration. Like, do you know who I am? I don't give a fuck who you are. I said, give me your, matter of fact, get out the car. You can't tell me to get out the car. That's illegal. I said, get out. Oh, you're going to be sorry when you find out who I am. Then he get out of the car. He's like, where's your ID? Check inside my shirt. Then he pull it out and it's an FBI badge. And they like, oh man, why didn't you tell him? Like, this is not real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just want black people to watch that shit and be like, see? And white people to just be like, oh, well, how's he supposed to know? He should have told him. I've been seeing so many of those videos, man. Like, the cameras never look like it's a real body camera. That's what give it away. Like the whole look of it, it looks comedic. It's like, dude, it's not a real video. Stop pissing people off for no reason.
Half of the people probably think it is real, though. Like, it's hard to tell what's real. You got AI now with the Instagram. Like, there's half the chicks on Instagram are AI now, I think. I don't even know how that works, but
man,
it's not good, man. I'm worried about it.
I heard we don't even really be talking to operators for real no more. Like, even the ones that are like seemingly people,
they're getting
like,
better.
Not the automated thing, but like
they used to be terrible. Like push 1 for sales or whatever. Now it's like, I know what you mean.
Like, man, that's disturbing.
No, social media is terrible, man.
Yeah,
but I am worried about AI, and they're just given to everybody for free to like test the waters, and then I've said it on here before, but like, I don't know what it's going to be like in 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
It's going to take all these jobs. Everybody's going to be fucking broke. It's not going to be great.
Yeah, I think I've seen mixed reviews about Chat GPT, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I always say it wrong because I make it sound like GPS or something. But I think that's good if you know what you're looking for. Then you can get more informed and kind of go down the rabbit hole. But if you're looking for it as the answer, it's like that's not really informed of you to just ask it something and just take that as the answer. But it's like if you know you're researching, that may put you on the path to something where you may go dig a little deeper about it. But if you take it for face value, then it's like, you ain't really that I can see that dumbing people down.
I mean, I definitely agree, and that's the same thing with social media. Like TikTok, everybody's attention span is 10 seconds now.
Man,
they're showing titties now. They're just gonna make us all dumb, and just it's not great, man.
I'm just glad that AI isn't good right now, because it was a whole thing about, oh, they can steal your face and your likeness, and you could just be in the commercial doing this, and that. Like, I saw this fake thing. It's like a picture of Diddy and Meek Mill, and then it like morphs into them turning and kissing each other, And I'm like, bro, this is fake, but who took the time to do this?
Yeah.
And I'm glad this looks fake, but it's like, please don't throw my face on some bullshit like that.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Big Bill somewhere pissed off, like, can I live, man? Like, dang.
And it doesn't seem like they're like policing it at all. They're not like, you can't do this, this, and this with AI. Everybody's just like doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, and it's
not
like
good, man.
It's obviously like you said, they testing the waters to see what, you know, people gravitating to, what they using it for and stuff like that. But I be using it for business, man. You can research some stuff on there and learn certain little terms and just get to looking up stuff. So it's useful if you are a critical person. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if you ain't, then you're going to be thinking you a therapist because you didn't ask them, how did I become depressed?
Yeah.
You taking it back to your relationship. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. What the fuck are we doing here? I guess we'll wrap it up with that. But, you know.
Yeah, my bad. I forgot what
No,
we was doing. What the fuck are we doing, Chat GPT? And old ladies with y'all purple hair? What are we doing? You're 75.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying it, but there may need to be less titties on Instagram.
Man, I feel bad to say this, man. I like ass. I was just saying it's a lot. I don't want to just look like that's what I do all day because
Exactly.
obviously I do other stuff.
You can search
You
for
feel
that.
me?
You know, there's plenty of that over there. We don't need it on TikTok
You know
and
what I'm saying?
Instagram.
It's like you look up one Dodge Ram and then next thing you know, your whole Explorer page, Dodge Rams,
Yeah.
the commercial popping
Yeah.
in, advertising ad. Are you trying to get it? It's like, damn, man, I asked one question, man. Y'all chill. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for doing the podcast, man. I know you got the birthday show. Anything else you got coming up?
I'm chilling right now. I know this summer, I think in July, I'm going to do the recording with the World Series of Comedy.
Nice.
And then I'm going to be going up to do some shows in Indiana. I got a couple of dates up there and whatnot. So really just trying to get through this show. Got those dates lining up. You know, comedy turn up as we go into the cooler dates, man.
Yeah,
so I'm just
man.
really ready to hit it hard again.
Nice. Where can
Yeah.
people find you, like social media stuff?
Oh, man, y'all can find me on everything at Larry Greene Comedy, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that fun stuff, you know. If you ever want to get tickets to my shows, you go to my link tree. It's, you know, / Larry Greene. Or just hit the good old bio, you know what I'm saying, in my Instagram, you know.
There you go, man. Well, thanks again for doing the pod. Larry
Sure.
Greene, everybody. Thanks for listening to and or watching Back of the Room.
Right on, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man.
So you hooked this up. You know what I'm saying?